What happens when two powerhouse singers clash over creative control and artistic vision on live television? The result was far more explosive than anyone could have imagined. Before we dive into this unforgettable exchange, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share your thoughts below about artists defending their principles. The Kelly Clarkson show was buzzing with its usual charm that afternoon. The crowd was extra lively because they knew something special was about to unfold. The legendary godmother of soul, Patti LaBelle, was the featured guest, and everyone expected a warm, uplifting interview filled with laughter, nostalgia, and maybe even a show-stopping duet between two of the greatest voices in music. Kelly entered the stage with her usual bright energy, wearing a sunny yellow dress that matched her personality. The audience cheered wildly as she smiled and took her seat. "All right, y'all, we've got such a treat for you today," Kelly said, her southern warmth lighting up the room. "One of my absolute heroes is here. She's been blessing us with her incredible voice for over 5 decades. Please welcome the incomparable Patti LaBelle." The crowd roared as Patti stepped out in a gleaming emerald gown that shimmered under the lights. Her silver hair was styled to perfection, and she moved with the poise of a woman who had spent her life commanding stages around the world. "Miss Patti, thank you so much for being here," Kelly said warmly as Patti sat down. "I've been a fan since I was a little girl singing in church. Your music has inspired me in so many ways." Patti smiled politely. "Thank you, sweetheart. It's always nice to meet artists who understand the importance of emotion and technique." "Speaking of that," Kelly said, leaning forward eagerly, "I wanted to do something special today. My team worked on a new version of your classic Lady Marmalade with a modern twist. I thought it'd be amazing if we performed it together, a kind of passing the torch moment." The audience buzzed with excitement, but Patti's expression subtly changed. "A modern twist?" she asked, her tone still sweet but sharper now. "What exactly do you mean by that, honey?" Kelly gestured toward her band. "We've added a few updated beats, some light auto-tune for that modern polish, and simplified a few of the vocal parts to make it more accessible to today's audience." The air in the studio shifted, though most of the crowd didn't notice. Patti straightened slightly in her seat. "Simplified?" she repeated. "And auto-tune? On Lady Marmalade?" "I know it sounds different," Kelly said with a slightly tense smile. "But younger listeners really connect with that sound now. We just want to make sure your music reaches more people." Patti took a slow breath before responding, her tone calm but firm. "Kelly, let me explain something about Lady Marmalade. That song wasn't written, it was born. Every run, every growl, every note carries a piece of life, pain, and triumph. Simplifying it takes away its story." The audience began to sense this wasn't the cheerful chat they'd expected. Kelly adjusted in her chair, trying to stay composed. "I completely get that, Miss Patti, but don't you think classic songs should evolve? You must have changed your performances over the years, too." "Of course," Patti replied, her voice rising slightly. "But there's a difference between evolution and erosion. When you strip away the soul to make it easier, you're not evolving. You're losing the essence. You turn something powerful into background noise." The room fell silent except for the hum of the cameras. Kelly's cheeks flushed. "I'm not dumbing anything down," she said tightly. "I'm just making music that connects with today's audience. People trust me to bring songs they can relate to." Patti's laugh rang out like a melody mixed with challenge. "Music doesn't need translation, honey. Emotion is universal. Souls haven't changed in thousands of years." "But presentation matters," Kelly pushed back. "If it doesn't connect, people tune out. That's just how entertainment works now." "Entertainment?" Patti echoed, shaking her head. "We're talking about art, about music that heals and inspires, not something designed to fit into an entertainment landscape." Kelly's smile faded. She was used to controlling interviews, but Patti wasn't following her lead. "Miss Patti, with all due respect, I've sold over 25 million albums and won Grammys. I know how to connect with people." Patti didn't miss a beat. "And I've been connecting with audiences since before you were born. Trends come and go. Authenticity stays." What had started as a fun chat was now a tense generational showdown. Kelly suddenly stood up, pacing behind her desk. "I'm tired of this idea that anything new is fake. My music has helped people through heartbreak, through dark times. That's real. I never said your music wasn't real, Patti replied evenly. But when you take my song, filter it through producers and trends, you're stripping away what made it special. So what, I should never touch classics? Kelly demanded. Just perform them exactly as they were decades ago? Patti's eyes glinted. Don't twist my words, child. Interpretation is beautiful when it comes from understanding. What you're describing isn't interpretation, it's imitation for profit. Kelly's voice rose. Every artist builds on what came before. That's evolution! Yes, Patti shot back. But those artists understood the roots first. They respected where the music came from. You're talking about turning a song born from struggle and soul into a pop track for radio. Kelly's face darkened. So this isn't about the song, is it? It's about who gets to sing what. You're gatekeeping. Patti's calm expression hardened. Gatekeeping? She said quietly. I've spent my life opening doors for others. But I won't stand by while someone who doesn't understand my history rewrites it for views. Kelly's voice cracked. Don't talk to me about struggle. I worked hard too. I fought for my place in this industry. Patti slowly rose, commanding the stage. Have you earned it by fighting the system or by learning to play along with it? The audience was completely silent now, feeling the raw tension fill the room. That's unfair, Kelly said shakily. I've never compromised my art for fame. Patti studied her. Really? Because right now you're asking me to compromise mine. Kelly's voice dropped. I asked you to collaborate. Patti's tone softened, but her words hit harder. No, sweetheart. You asked me to endorse your version. Collaboration means mutual respect, not validation. Kelly clenched her fists. I thought you'd want to reach new fans. Patti sighed. You assumed. You decided what I'd want without asking me. Just like the executives who've been doing that to me for 50 years. Kelly stepped closer. That's just how the industry works now. And that's exactly what's wrong, Patti said quietly. We've let business replace artistry. Kelly's frustration flared again. But if no one hears it, what's the point? At least my version introduces it to people who never knew it. Patti looked genuinely saddened now. But what version are they hearing, Kelly? A hollow imitation with my name, but not my heart. People change, Kelly argued. Music changes. You can't expect everything to stay the same. I don't want it frozen, Patti said sharply. I want it respected. What you call modernizing, I call diluting. So what's the answer? Kelly asked, throwing her hands up. Should we just stay separate? Patti moved toward the edge of the stage. The answer is respect. Understand what you're touching before you change it. Some songs are already perfect. I was bringing my truth, Kelly insisted. And your truth, Patti said, turning to face her, seems to be that your audience can't handle authenticity without it being watered down first. That's not respect. That's underestimation. Kelly's voice dropped to a whisper. You don't know me or my fans. Patti picked up her purse. What I know is that you think legacy should bow to marketing. I won't play that game. Not today. Kelly's eyes widened. You're leaving? I am, Patti said firmly. Because some things shouldn't be compromised. Not for ratings, not for trends. Until you understand that, you're not ready to collaborate with artists who live for their craft. And with that, LaBelle walked off the set, leaving a stunned host, a silent audience, and a television moment that would echo for years. The cameras kept rolling as Kelly stood alone, the weight of every word hanging in the air. So what do you think? Was Patti right to defend her artistic integrity, or was Kelly simply trying to share timeless music with a new generation? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more unbelievable moments from the world of entertainment.